What's all this attitude with all these undocumented people mad with black Americans for? What the hell did we do to you? We did nothing to you. I'm hearing it from Jamaicans, Africans, Haitians, Arabs, Indians, Mexicans. What we do to you? Oh, because we didn't protest with you. You don't need our support. You got the Democrat Party. Look how they going hard, honey. They going to jail for y'all.
Well, guys, welcome back to my channel, Yano Show KE. Hope you're good, hope you're fine. I just want to appreciate you for the support that you've shown on my channel. So, guys, this is trending story. This is story that I want to share with you. The story of why are immigrants mad at black Americans. So we've seen that these immigrants are mad of these black Americans, and some people are saying that the parents of immigrants told them that they should not go or mingle with these black Americans. And the scenario that's going on, and that I want to bring the reasons why immigrants are mad at black Americans. So don't go anywhere. Let us see the reason behind this story. So guys, don't go anywhere. Just subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Good afternoon, guys. What's all this attitude with all these undocumented people mad with black Americans for? What the hell did we do to you? We did nothing to you. I'm hearing it from Jamaicans, Africans, Haitians, Arabs, Indians, Mexicans. What we do to you? Oh, because we didn't protest with you. You don't need our support. You got the Democrat Party. Look how they going hard, honey. They going to jail for y'all. They getting beat up for y'all. Some of them losing their jobs for y'all. Y'all good. They signing executive orders for y'all. We ain't get none of that shit. We never got none of that shit yet. There's no bill for us. There's no bill. The bills is for you guys. But who did all the protesting and the marching? Us guys. You don't need us. Democrat is making sure y'all are being treated like royalty. And they ain't doing shit for the one that voted for them. And black people mad with y'all because y'all voted for Trump. But they not mad with Democrat for putting y'all first. If anybody should be mad, should be the 92%. Because I don't vote Democrat. I know better. I just have to live in their states. But all this attitude towards us, for what? I'm glad you're doing it, though. Because, see, black people going to realize y'all ain't never had our backs, and you still don't today. Y'all look down on us. That's why the Democrat brung you in our community. Because some white people been stopped that shit. So they had to get a group of people from all over the world to come and look down on us. So we could feel depressed and oppressed. And you mad with us? Y'all weaved every goddamn benefit that we struggled for. Now you got all our communities. They call it y'all community. And you mad with us? I'm glad. I'm so glad. Everything is out in the opening. Thank you. Thank you for showing your true colors. At least I know what I've been seeing since the 90s. I was right all along. Thank you.
Beware of black people and stay away from them. They are not good people is one of the first things that my mom was told when she came to this country. I am a first-generation immigrant child. My parents came here back in 1993 after the Somali War. My parents came here as refugees, and they were taught the ways of the Americans by white people who were helping them stay in hotels, giving food, shelter, etc., etc. My mom told me a lot of things that the guides would tell them. They would say, you know, these people, they're black, They get into a lot of crimes. I wouldn't suggest that you mess around with them. One day my mom was taking a permit class, and just like the jail yard, the black people were together, the Mexicans were together, the Africans were with the Africans, the Asians with the Asians, whatever. And as the instructor was talking about, driving and on the road, she said, just make sure that you're paying attention. And for you, she pointed to the Asians and said, don't laugh when you're driving. Don't smile.
Hey, why everybody mad at us? It seemed like everybody is mad at Black Americans right now. Just go to my comment section and read. Like, everybody's pissed off at us for one reason or another, which is crazy, right? For once in American history, black people are not the butt of every joke, right? For once in American history, black people aren't the primary target of something, and everybody is pissed off. So fellow black people, fellow foundational Black Americans, bask in this glory and live it up. Because yes, for once in American history, we are not the primary target of everything. Every joke, every situation, everything. We always the primary target, except for right now, and we got to live it up and bask in this beautiful glory.
I think one of the wedge issues that certainly happen in the Black community is how they're trying to pit us against immigrants or pit us against migrants. It's this constant, well, if they get let in, then I get less. So equality, the way that it's positioned in this country is that if somebody else gets something, somebody else loses something. And that to me is at the root of why our politics are so toxic, particularly in this moment.
It's also a great strategy to keep things unequal. If you keep pitting different groups against each other, they won't get to the places where the power is because they're distraction tactics meant to keep us apart. It's like if you read history books, this is sort of how you do all of this stuff. It's a how-to book.
There's so many layers to this conversation, and it's not even just one particular ethnic group of immigrants. It seems like it's batches of all of them. Like I'm not saying it's every single one of them, but I'm saying that there's a lot of them in each group. It's like they come over here, they have all of these negative preconceived notions about Black Americans and talking about how lazy we are, we're not successful, we're on the bottom of the totem pole, and making all these comparisons to our people and putting us down and having their nose up in the air whenever they get around us. And I guess, maybe it's just because all they're saying is what they believe everything they see on TV. But what's funny is that they don't even like the Black and the brown people that are from their own countries and communities. Like, they won't even put Black and brown people on their TV shows. And a lot of other ethnicities don't want their people or their family dating Black people. Make sure you don't bring home a Black person. Make sure you don't bring home a Black woman, a Black man. God forbid we fuck up our DNA and be even in our lineage and be even and destroy our proximity to whiteness within our family. And God forbid we fuck up our DNA with more fucking dark skin and wide noses and nappy ass fucking hair. And I'm not saying it's everybody. Obviously you can't just put everybody in a box, but let's just be for real. It's a big thing. Like, this is happening all across the country, and every single Black person that I know of, whether if I know them or not, has all said the same thing.
Africa is angry at foundational Black Americans because they know what we're capable of. Here we have great materials, we can manufacture, we can do all that. We have resources in abundance where is in Africa, they don't have advanced materials, and their manufacturing industry is underdeveloped compared to all other nations. With that said, yes, they are trying to destiny swap, and they're going about it in a traditional manner.
I need to get this out. I need to get out. These niggas are over there about to buy their groceries from China, bruv. China said this is how much we have. Oh God. oh God, they have struck again.
There's hierarchy that they're trying to partake in. They're making sure that they're prideful about it. Sit back, learn something. I don't need to learn anything. I've already researched you guys, and I've also written papers, and I was very much so accurate. I've already assessed your entire country.
Yo, I'm gonna need one of my good sisters and brothers in Africa to hand my sister a map. She said Africa, she said she wrote papers on that Africa as a country. Please, I beg, can someone hand my sister a map? Hey, God, listen. I will come back tomorrow with the commentary, please. I need break. I'll I'll come back tomorrow.
You know what I've been getting under my comments from Black immigrants, not West Indians, because West Indian people are mixed just like Black Americans, that my hair is fake. How is my hair a weave? How is it a wig? You know, I know that maybe in your country you don't have women who has their own hair, and there are Black American women who wears wigs, but they have long hair underneath their wigs. But this is my hair, honey. Don't hate. Don't hate. Black Americans are mixed with European, Indian. You have some Creoles as well, like in Louisiana. You know what I mean? So
I started all over when I came here in America 12 years ago, or almost 13 years now. Everything that I have now, I built it from scratch. I can say that I came into this country with a couple of $100 in my pocket. And I started from nothing and built my way up to making six figures. Did that happen in a day? No. I had to create opportunities for myself, like most of the people said in the comments. The reason why I am where I am today is because I built it myself with the skills that I have. But yes, I don't think all Americans are lazy, but I'm just saying, if I had the opportunities, I would have done the most. Because most of the issues that I have here is not actually me being able to exercise my potentials, but actually me being restricted as an immigrant. That's just my opinion. But however, I've met very hardworking people in this country, but I've also met people that actually didn't do nothing with their lives, just like any other country. It has nothing to do with being born here or not. We even have the same thing in Africa. Like, people just don't want to do things, like make nothing out of their lives. So that's just my 2 cents. If I had the opportunities that Americans have, if I was born here like my son, if I had the American passport, I would say that I would have moved mountains.
I feel like what's going on right now is, personally, majoring in history, I think this is something that I really like. I hate that I'm kind of that weird person. I like times like this because what it does is it brings out the history, if you know what I'm saying. There's we're going back. This is all covering the whole immigration thing, but if to further understand what these people are trying to portray, you have to further look into the skin color, if you know what I mean. They are trying their best to reenact us, meaning Black people. A lot of, and I don't care what Asians or Hispanics, white people, Native American people, African people, I don't care what you guys say. The very reason why you see immigrants voting, LGBT voting, people of different religions voting is because of the 1965 Act. People have to go back, being a history head that I am and majoring in history like I do, we have to go back into the books and understand the purpose of why this bill was passed. Had this bill not been passed, you would have not seen on the TV majority of African American votes, majority of Hispanic votes, majority of Asian Pacific votes, had it not been for the 1965 Act. We gotta understand history in order for us to better understand what we're trying to get out of this. And this goes for you guys, illegal immigrants. If you really want to really make a better stand, I would rather get with your brothers and sisters and try to see how they would do this. Because obviously the way that you guys are doing it is not going to work out. So I would go get a book. It doesn't matter, at the nearest library, go get a book and go figure out how to make a better stand. And if anybody knows it, we do. Okay, we have been doing this since the time of slavery. We've been revolting. We've been standing on our word. We've been put down many times, sick dogs on, light on fire, all types of unhumane things in order to get what we needed. But here's the difference that I see in this. Okay, there's a difference in what I see in this. What I see nowadays out of those guys is they think that this stuff is going to come within a day. They started this literally at the beginning of June. Now, how many years have we been doing civil rights and been fighting for our rights? We've been fighting for rights and stuff even before people were born. We have been doing this for hundreds of years. So the very thing that you guys think you're going to get in one day, it's not going to take one day. That's one thing you guys, you immigrants better understand. It's not going to take one day. Number two, it's going to take a hell of a fight, and to fight the right people. Okay? If you aim your gun at the wrong person, you're gonna hit the wrong person, and you won't get the target. You gotta aim at the right person, which is going to Washington, D.C. Now, again, like I said, I'm not saying that Trump is doing anything bad. I'm just saying that if you guys were trying to address the situation at a level, it would be only right to go to the capital of the United States instead of just going to Los Angeles, which is not even the capital of California. The capital of California is in Sacramento. So that's stupid right there. Number three, understand the struggles in which Black people had to go through. If you're going to go through anything in life, whether you're going to be successful in anything, you're going to have to struggle in some things. And obviously, to a lot of you guys' minds, you guys don't think you're going to have to struggle. You're going to have to struggle. People are going to look down on you, as they did. And they're not going to just continue doing it for 3 or 4 months. No, it's going to be like years upon months upon months. Hundreds of years. You guys, half of you immigrants may not even be alive. I mean, that type of dedication. Because that's what it took for the African American community to get to where we are now. It took dedication after dedication, prayer after prayer. And standing together, not tearing people apart. One thing about Black people is that Black people going to stand with Black people. Doesn't matter if you're light-skinned, it don't matter if you're dark-skinned. Black is Black, right? But with the Hispanic community, it's a little bit different. And I'm gonna tag on that in the next video. So I want you guys to stay tuned. I'm on a kind of a history rant, but stay with me, and I'm gonna give you guys the breakdown of what you guys are really seeing. Because I thank God for these times, because this shows you who their true colors, shows you who they really are. But going back to what I was saying is that Black people stood together. When we stand together, nobody can break us down. And we've been doing this for years upon years. Have we had disagreements? Yeah. But one thing is certain. What happens to one Black person happens to another Black person, happens to another Black person. But that's not certain with the Hispanic community. They have been confused for years upon years upon years. And this don't just take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. It's been said many a times by other Hispanic people that they fight for racial things that are really silly. So this is a fight that they really have to really dig deep and really try to find out what is the actual problem in which is going on. Which again, I still don't see what the problem is. I understand for black people fighting for their rights. We were slaves. We had to fight for our. You guys weren't in chains. You guys weren't in chains. You were never in chains. Name one Hispanic person that actually had to be in chains. You guys killed off the Aztecs. You killed off the Incas. Again, I'm gonna tag on this next video. Please stay tuned in this next video because I'm gonna really touch base on the Hispanic community and what is the problem and why they can't see eye to eye and what's going on in this confusion state of mind that they're in. But again, that's not something that is anybody's fault. You guys got to really take a look at yourselves. Like I just described, when black people went out and protest, this was something that was held with us. The Black Panther Party discussed things with the Black Panther Party. They didn't discuss things with Zach and Ryan. They didn't do that. They sat down with other black people and said, okay, look, what are we going to do about this situation? And it took what they call affirmative action in what they did. They didn't need no government assistance. The Black Panther Party didn't need no government assistance. You guys are fighting for government assistance. I don't understand what the black people had. We had no assistance. We started getting government assistance in the 1980s. That's when they really started distributing government assistance. But before that, we had been doing our own thing. So, but yeah, stay tuned to the next video because I'm really touch base on the next subject.
Now talk to me about that. Let's keep going.
I really don't understand it. We share the same skin color. We just have different cultures.
Cool. Let's use your logic. We share the same skin color, but we have different cultures. Cool. So wouldn't that logic apply to people that are Indian? Because a lot of Indians are darker than my ass. A lot of Indians are darker than a lot of other people. So are Indians the same way? Are they black too because your skin color? And this is why I don't call them people black. You're not black if you're not black American. It's very simple. If you're not a foundational black American, if you cannot trace your lineage back to the 1860 census, if you cannot trace your lineage back to 1776, you are not a foundational black American and you're not black. You can classify yourself as black all day racially, because I know globally that's what they accept it as, but you're not black. You're not black at all. You can call yourself black all day. You're still not black. I don't care. Now, genuine question. So would that logic also apply to an Indian? Are they black? Are people who are Filipino? Are they black? Are people from Cambodia? Are they black? Is anybody with melanin in their skin black? Let's use y'all's logic. Now, the next thing they're going to turn to is, no, it's not about race. It's about, we'll have an African lineage and African ancestry. Let's go with that logic. Why the fuck do you think Indian people are melanated? Why the fuck do you think Cambodian people are melanated? Why the fuck do you think Filipino people are melanated? So if we're going to go by the logic that you just have to have African DNA or African ancestry, and if you believe the out of Africa theory, which I know a lot of people do, that all life comes from Africa, it started in Africa, so that means that white people are black. How fucking dumb do that sound? That means that other Asians are black, or all Asians are black. That means that all Latinos are also black. How far, when do we, this is my thing that I never understand. When do we draw the line to say that this is where it starts when you can actually classify yourself as something? Does it start whenever black, quote unquote, black people left Africa? Because if we're going to be honest, historically, the majority of the people that came from Africa, the majority of those people never came to the U.S. Christopher Columbus never stepped foot on U.S. soil. He did not. He went to the fucking Bahamas and the Caribbean. So when we speak about these things, about, you know, I guess it's just because it's African slaves. Okay, cool. Well, the African slaves went to the Brazil. They went to the Caribbean. Only 3 or 4%, 5% at the most of African slaves ever made it to the U.S. So where, like, come on now, what makes somebody black? Are Brazilians black because their skin color is that? Like, where do we draw the line at? So a Brazilian can be black, but a Cambodian can't be black. A Brazilian can be black, so it's anybody that came over through the slave trade. And if it's just slave trade, then that would declassify yourself as black. So we have to get down to the logic and exactly what are you people talking about when y'all say black? You're not black. The only people that were classified on paper as black are black Americans. A Dominican to tell you they not black. Africans, especially East Africans, to tell you they not black with the quickness. Brazilians and tell your ass that they not black. Like, this is real, and it's not a negative. You don't have to, I don't want you to be black. You're your own ethnic group just like I am. The problem is